It's every gamer's dream to get their special someone to play video games with them, and when it happens, it is exhilarating. It's a love language in a way, akin to giving them food, introducing them to music, or watching a childhood favorite movie together. Some of my favorite memories with my fiance are when we're just chilling at the house and playing games. But video games are a completely different medium because there's kind of a literacy barrier. Anyone can eat food, listen to music, or watch a movie, but if you win your entire life not playing games, you're gonna have a harder time getting into them the older you get. And I know the same principles could still apply to those other points, like tasting all the ingredients in food, hearing all the sonics in a song, or knowing like true cinematography for a movie, but I'm not talking about that. But the thing is, she never really grew up playing video games like I did. It took a little bit of time for her to warm up to playing video games, and things that I would consider basic video game principles were kind of foreign to her. But now we actually play video games together. But how did I do this? How did I achieve the impossible? Playing video games with a girl. I know, gamers, it sounds impossible, but I did it. And I think I understand how it could be done and how you can do it too.
Now, your girlfriend's probably not going to end up being like an MLG no-scoping pro, but one of the most sacred activities that we hold very near and dear to our hearts can be shared with that special someone. And I'm going to teach you how to do it. And this will work on any one of your loved ones, not just your partners. Parents, friends, siblings. This is a very effective method. And dude, I used this on my own mother to play Mario Kart with me during the big sicky jail time. So with that first step, you gotta start off real easy. All you have to do is just start playing video games around them. Play something that's like a major IP like Hogwarts Legacy, Lego Star Wars, or try to go more on the cutesy side, maybe something like Gang Beasts. But you have to, for sure, find games that will pique their interest.
If they like violent movies, play something like Mortal Kombat or Doom in front of them. If they're more into the Disney crowd, show them Terraria, Minecraft. If you see something on social media about video games that really excites you, show it to them.
And speaking of which, join the Discord.
Also, just see what kind of art styles they like. You have to remember that they don't play video games. They're not gonna play anything they don't find visually appealing. Or do some games look a little too intense and hard?
I don't know, dude. You're trying to get this person into video games, you gotta figure this out. This'll actually get them semi-interested in video games, which leads us to step. Now, push comes to shove. You actually have to start playing video games with this person. If you don't have a second controller, I would get one right now. I found the easiest games to start playing with my fiance were more interactive and simple. And because I primarily focus on my Switch, we really love playing Splatoon, Switch Sports, 51 Clubhouse Classics.
They're really easy for someone to play without any major gaming experience. For obvious reasons, there is 51 Clubhouse Classics. Plus, some of the titles like bowling involve motion controls, which have the lowest barrier to entry.
All you gotta do is grab that controller and whack that shit like it owes you money.
Who are you working for?
Minigame compilations are probably gonna be your best bet here because they get exposure to all kinds of games and how to play them. And they're just quick, bite-sized competitive matches. They're always bound to be fun. After some time playing 51 Clubhouse Classics, I could tell my fiance was really opening up to playing video games now. So now we're at
Needs to say I keep a check.
We started to buy video games together, and now you gotta do the same thing.
Get games for whatever your platform is that have multiplayer. I think some great games to play with a loved one are like It Takes Two,
No duh.
there's classic Lego games, Mario Kart, Smash Brothers. But I think a great idea that no one really talks about is getting an older classic console together.
Yeah, it's a little bit older. You're gonna have to shell out a little bit more money, but that's what makes it even more special. It's your guys' console that only you guys are playing. Yeah, of course, people will probably enjoy it with you, but it doesn't take away the fact how close to heart that console will be. Hell, dude, my fiance and I bought a Wii U just to play classic Wii games together. This gave us so much fun, and it still does when the Wii U is plugged in. But that Christmas season, our 1-year anniversary was coming up, so I decided to get her the special edition Animal Crossing Nintendo Switch. I decided to go all digital when getting this Switch, so that way it's just easier to boot up the games. I got her Splatoon 2, Animal Crossing New Horizons, and I believe I got her 51 Clubhouse Classics. At the time, I didn't think she would really play this all that much. It'd just be something for us to do together, and oh my god! What can I say? I guilted her into playing the Switch even if I wasn't there. I told her I had spent so much money and I rushed so hard to the store because it was the last one in our city. Remember, gamers, gaslighting is always okay.
But in all seriousness, I think Animal Crossing is a great game for that non-gaming literate to enjoy our favorite medium. It's one of the easier life sims to get into and has this huge community that is borderline obsessed with the franchise. And also, nothing really hard or difficult ever happens. You just kind of take these activities and chores at your own pace.
I only really played it to just unwind after work. Why would I do chores in real life when I could do chores in Animal Crossing? Splatoon 2 and Animal Crossing were also really big pillars while we were long distance. Having us do something interactive while being so far away was incredible. And now it's our excuse to not interact with society.
And now you gotta get even more controllers and get more multiplayer games that aren't just for 2 people. But this is for when you guys are playing with your friends or with another couple. Yeah, you got Mario Karty. Karty?
What? You're gonna hop on my car.
Your Mario Party, your Mario Kart, your Super Smash Brothers. But one of the funnest and simplest multiplayer games is Boomerang Fu.
Boomerang Fu is a sick as hell multiplayer game where you and 5 others get to just slash and throw boomerangs at one another. There's also a ton of power-ups that make for a chaotic playthrough with friends.
Babe! No!
I can't kill him.
Yeah.
No.
My banana sliced your booba.
Stupid.
You have to make time and dates just centered around playing video games. It's a way better idea than just going to the movies because it's rude to talk in a theater, which I do a lot. And it's a good way to get this grand experience without spending a lot of money.
And plus, smack talking those you care about, you can get away with some pretty wild
Bro, I'm gonna beat you so hard, you'll have to change your pronouns to was word.
Alright, dude. Only time you get action is when your finger slips through the toilet paper. I'm out. Is that too far?
I told you that in confidence!
And it doesn't have to be just playing games. You can make dates to check out games together and see what you want to buy. Like I had said earlier, motion controls hold the lowest barrier to entry, so I'd probably just stick with that for a little bit. Think as gamers, you and I are used to all these sticks and buttons on a controller. Not everyone is going to understand that immediately. I'm not saying like you need to be super smart or anything to be in video games or make it this elitist thing because that's so cringy. But think, if you just put a random person in front of a bunch of musical equipment and soundboards, not touching a single instrument in their life, they're not going to understand that either.
Hey dog, I need you to quantize the reverb a lot more. What the does that mean? And put in a little bit of acoustics in my autotune. I gotta finish college.
Because playing a video game is definitely the same as making a song. Switch Sports is one of my favorite games to play with my fiance, as it's active and easy to get into. All of the sports are familiar, even though Batman has the stupid tripping feature that makes me lose every single match I play because I'm wasn't there. And if you want to see more fun Switch games, I got a playlist right here. Go check that out.